Welcome everybody for another short practice. This one's for the lower body. We're going to get into our hips, into our ankles and toes even, and we'll start off with a breathing exercise to get us warmed up and settled into the practice. So let's start by placing our feet on the floor, toes facing forward, lining up those knees with the hips, and then sitting away from the back of the chair, shoulders floating over the hips, and even the ears can come floating over the shoulders as much as you can. Rolling the shoulders up, back, and down a few times to open up the heart and open up the chest so that we can get some nice big deep breaths in there. We'll start off with our hands together, rubbing the hands, getting in between the fingers, on top of the hands, even the wrists. And we'll take our hands to our belly, one hand on each side. And as we inhale, feeling the belly expand into the hands. Exhale out. 2 more just like that. Inhaling deep into the lower belly so that we expand into the hands. Exhale, draw it in. 1 more just like that. Inhale, expand and open the belly. And as we exhale, draw the navel to spine. Taking the hands now together again, giving them a good rub, just like you did before. And we'll take those hands one on top of the other to the heart. And we'll take 3 breaths into the heart space. So as you inhale, feel the breaths land into the palm of your hands. Exhale to drop the shoulders. Inhale into the hands, into the heart space. Exhale. And last breath into the heart, feeling the space around the heart widen and open. Exhale. And taking our hands together one last time, giving them a rub. And then keeping our hands together, length of the thumbs. Rest gently just above the nose and between the eyebrows at the third eye space. As you inhale, breathe up towards that space into the nostrils and into your hands. As you exhale, keep your hands there. Just relax the shoulders and jaw. Inhaling upward from the belly all the way to the third eye. Exhale, keep your hands there. Soften the shoulders, soften the jaw. 1 more. Inhaling upward through the nose to the third eye space. Exhale. At the very end of your exhale, let your hands come down to the knees. You can open your eyes. We're going to take our hands to our pelvis so that we can feel the pelvis moving forward and back. So as we inhale, we're going to tilt the pelvis forward. So the hip points are going to roll towards the thighs, a little lift in the heart. And as we exhale, we're going to tilt the pelvis back, navel to spine. So like cat-cow, but a little different. Inhale, because we're focusing more on just the pelvis. Exhale, navel to spine. Inhale, tilt the pelvis forward. Exhale, round out the low back, draw the navel in and back. Let's do that 1 more time. And then pull that navel back, tilt the tailbone towards the knees. Inhale to a neutral pelvis, so we're sitting up tall. We'll head over to the left leg and we're going to hold it either underneath our thigh or on our knee, or you can keep your toes on the ground We're going to take these circles with our hips, so as big as you want to go. Imagine you have a pencil on your knee and you're drawing a circle in front of you. And let's move in the opposite direction, so circle in the other way. And placing that foot on the floor, let's head to the other leg. So holding onto the leg, under the thigh or on top of the knee. If you're feeling really warmed up and you just want to use the strength of your own leg, you can take some circles there too. And then other direction, as big as your hip can manage today. And placing that foot on the floor, let's head back to that first leg. Let's take an inhale here. And as we exhale, holding onto the bottom of the leg or the front of the shin, we're going to pull the knee in towards the chest. Inhale, lengthen the leg, point the toes. Exhale, pull the knee in, nice tall back. And then point the toes on the inhale. Exhale, draw on the knees, elbows to the side, shoulders relaxed. Inhale. Exhale, flex the foot, bring that knee in. One more, inhale. Exhale, knee in. And then last time to point the toes and straighten the leg. Good, place that foot on the floor. Let's head to the other leg, using your hands where you need them for support. We'll inhale first, tall spine. Exhale, draw that knee into the chest. Elbows down, shoulders down, so we're not using our shoulders to lift the knee up. As we inhale, point the toes, straighten the leg. Exhale, draw it in as high as you can go, as tight as you can go. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to straighten leg and point the toes. Exhale, pull the knee in, elbows down. Inhale, long leg. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale to point the toes and lengthen the leg. One more time into the chest. And inhale, long leg, point the toes. Good. Place that foot on the floor. We're going to head towards our our left toes. So we're going to inch our toes forward. So lifting the toes up and then inching the foot forward. So curling the toes and then lifting them up, curling the toes. And as we do that, we're walking our leg to a straighter extension. We're going to point the toes up when our leg is long. And then we're going to push down into that heel and slide it all the way back. Okay, and then we'll do that again. So inch the toes, lift the toes up, spread them out, press them to the floor, and then walk your leg forward. Once the leg is straight, the toes are going to come up. We're going to press the heel down, a little lean forward, pull the leg back. And again, inch the toes forward. Point the toes up. When the leg is straight, press down in the heel, slide it back. Let's do that one more time to inch the toes forward. But then once the leg is long, we're going to hold it there, point the toes up. We're going to reach our heart towards the toes and then support ourselves on the bent knee. Sometimes we lean a little bit over to that side, stay to center, weight even on both bum cheeks. And reach that heart forward, lift the toes up. We'll take 2 breaths here. Hands to the thigh, press yourself up. Gently slide your foot back. Head to the other leg, lift the toes up. curl the toes and then inch your foot forward. Take your time to create that movement up and down with the toes. Once your leg is straight, we press the heel down, little bend in the knee, and slide the heel back. Good. Inch the toes forward until the leg is straight. Heel down, toes up, slide the heel back. You can lean forward a little bit to get a little pressure into that heel. Let's do that again. Inching the toes forward. Toes are up, heel down. Press into the foot, slide it back. And then last one. All the way to a straight leg. We're going to hold it there, reach our heart towards the extended foot, and then hold yourself up on your bent knee. Try to stay centered between the legs. Point the toes up, pull the toes towards the knee, and let's take 2 more breaths here. Good. Press yourself up, slide that foot back. Let's go wide with our legs. We're going to get the inner thighs here, and as well as the waist a little bit. So hands to the inside of our knees. We're going to push the hands into the knees and out a little bit. So hands press in, and we resist a little bit with the knees. We're going to drop our right shoulder to center as we push the hand into the knee and out. Turn your heart to face the opposite direction. And let's just push those knees out and look over the shoulder. Couple of breaths here. Press yourself gently back up to center, and then we'll do the same thing other side. So drop your other shoulder to center, turn to look in the opposite direction, press the hand into the knees, look over the shoulder, and then let's take 2 deep breaths into the low belly and into the low back. Inhale, come back to center, bring the legs closer together. And then taking our, let's take our right foot on top of our left foot at the ankle, or if you can manage to bring it up towards the knee, you're bringing it up. Regardless where your foot is, you're letting that knee fall out to the side. And then again, lifting the heart forward to lean forward into this figure 4 or pigeon pose. We're supporting ourselves, holding onto our shin, or you can slide your hands through the space and hold on to the shin in front on the bottom leg. Couple more breaths. Good. Inhaling to slide back up. Place that top foot on the floor and then switch side. Ankle on top of ankle, knee falling out to side, or ankle on top of knee, knee falling out to the side. We reach the heart up, lean forward. We're creating this figure 4 with our legs, and you can take your hands through the hole under your thigh or in front of your shin. A few breaths here. When you're ready, pressing yourself back up, taking your foot down. Let's head back to that first leg, the right leg. Take some circles with the ankle. Good. Other direction. And then heel to the floor or foot hovering over. Open and close the toes again. Give it a little shake. And then their foot hovering or heel to the floor, taking some circles with your ankle. Their direction. And then opening and closing the toes, making some space in between each one of those toes, and then curling them in. Just giving that a little shake. Placing the foot on the floor, good, and then coming back to that original seat, feet to the floor, sitting bones to the seat, lifting up tall with the spine, rolling the shoulders back and down. We'll take our hands out to the side, palms facing up. On the inhale, gathering peace for the body, the mind, and the spirit. Bringing that peace to the heart as we bow down to our heart, to our peace, our joy. I hope that this practice has made you feel a little more open and spacious from the hips all the way down to your toes. Thank you for joining me. Hope to see you again soon. Bye.